More than half do not read on grade level. We have high poverty, high needs, a lot of Title I schools, yes.
And you don't see the need for this bill then, do I?
Right. So I think that it's taking a legitimate problem. We do have learning loss, but the learning loss was happening before the pandemic. So it takes a legitimate problem and gives a counterfeit solution. So like in my district, when we shifted away from academics into all these digital devices, and when we shifted away from academics to more social and emotional learning, that's when we saw the continuous nosedive in our performance, and also when we piloted iStation.
And so all these devices, parents buy them, right?
The school district provides it through bond debt and other means.
Do you have any suggestions about how to fix it?
Yeah, so I think that we need to get the devices out. We actually have a bill, drawing a blank on the name, but the number. There are two bills that are to get rid of the technology in the schools, and we could use the money to actually pay the teachers and then bring in the time-tested curriculum that would actually get them reading on grade level and math that's age appropriate.
Your solution is to take technology out of it.
Yeah, so like my youngest, who when he was in third grade, we pulled him out of the public school for 2 years to remediate him because everything was focused on the STAR test. And when we did that, I sent him to a no-tech private school for 2 years, had him remediated, 10, 11 kids in the classroom, and then he went back to the public school. So if you look at their curriculum, it's a 50-year-old curriculum. It doesn't change every 2 years from some new strategy, new progressive or new experimental strategy, and it works. And they don't have to change it every year and keep retraining, continuous improvement with the teachers. They just stick with the time-tested model, and then they feed into the public schools in junior high and high school, and then they do very well. They go to the top of the class. So I would argue, like with Houston ISD, I think that taking over the district is not going to do a darn bit of good. Look at other states where they're taking over the districts through corporate control. Doesn't move the needle. What we need to do is return to the time-tested models. I know that's a big ask, but we could do it.
Well, I disagree with you first about Morath. I think he's been the kind of commissioner that we needed in the state.
Well, his spending's gone up 37% since he's been in the appointed position since 2016, and hires have gone up 31%, but academic performance declined. So by all accounts, he would be fired if he was in a corporation.
Well,
for his performance.
That's your opinion, and everybody's.
It's not an opinion, that's just the facts. He's data-driven, so am I.
About he ought to be fired. That's your opinion.
Well, if you're not moving the needle after 6 years, yeah, I'd say he needs to go.
Well, this bill, you don't think will help that?
No, because we've already seen what Amplify has done. It's already been rolled out in some of the districts, and it hasn't moved the needle. I can promise you, I'll come here in 5 years or 2 years or 1 year and be like, hey, remember when I told you that Amplify wasn't going to work?
So
how did you learn to read?
Your statement to this committee is that you disagree with everything in the bill, but you recognize that there's a problem. And your solution, go back to some time in the past when you think it did work.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Madam Chair.